Alright, folks. So, let me get this straight before anybody says anything. I am not a professional. I have very little training, but I do think I have a little bit of knowledge that some other people may not have. I've had a couple free lessons, and what I'm going to show you today is the basic, simple, easy way to throw a very simple jab and punch, and maybe some kicks. So for me, being right-handed, your stance, being right-handed, I want to lead with my left foot, and my foot is pointing straight. My right foot, I've kind of got it cocked towards my right. So I want to be kind of leaning a little forward. And the left hand for jabs, you just want it. You're not trying to wreck somebody, but you're trying to see how far you are away from them, and for light punches. And you want to envision aiming for the person's jaw, nose, whatever. So I'm finding this person's jaw. My left foot is out here as a feeler and support, pointed towards the target. Then when you're feeling, when you know where the target's at, you go to throw the punch, you'll pivot your hip and your whole body into your punch. So you jab, 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 punch. And when you're punching, you're supposed to put your hip and turn your whole leg and body into it. So you're trying to punch through the object. So for your jabs, you're either, well, it's all into one. You're distancing. You might be trying to disorient your target. So if you smack somebody in the nose or the jaw, it usually stuns them for a little bit. So when they're stunned, you can finish up with a punch, and you already know where you're at, and that can eliminate the threat. And I've been coming out here every day for just a couple minutes, because it doesn't take me long to get winded out here. So, punches. And you want to be throwing straight as possible. And then for kicks, you want to make sure you're very well planted, and you want to have your distance. And you want to make sure you're, like for me, what I'm comfortable with is planting with my left foot and kicking with my right. In most kicks, you want to stay right at your ankle level and your shin. That's what you're going to be wanting to kick with. And you'll come up and follow through nice and low. And when you're kicking, there's a few different style kicks you can do. One of the ones that I was taught was to come up and come down like an axe, chopping away at the legs. And you can either go for the thighs or the knee or anything in that area. And if you come down and smack somebody like that, usually that'll drop them immediately. If you know what you're doing. Me, I'm not a fighter. I don't I don't like pain. Not a fan of any of it. But it's good to know what to do if you're in that situation and you need to. And if you have the technique and the body style and you have the ability to kick somebody higher, just like in a lot of MMA fights, if you kick somebody in the head, it's usually lights out if you connect. You don't even have to kick them very hard. We'll do some jabs. And then you can switch it up. Go for different legs. And you always want to try to keep your feet very planted. And you want to keep a nice balance. With your wraps or your gloves or whatever, it's important to keep it nice and tight. You want to keep your wrist nice and straight. If you are throwing wild punches and you land a little sideways, you can mess up your hands and your wrists very easily. But yeah, that's just some simple stuff that I've learned throughout the years. Don't take anything I say as concrete. Do your own research. There's plenty of free lessons you can get on YouTube. That's just a basic understanding of what I know. So I'll see y'all later. Bye.